Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Sarasota. We're here to support you in finding a personal relationship with the God of your understanding and to discover what you already know. My name is Kathleen Frankert. I'm a licensed spiritual practitioner here at the center, and I greet you today with Namaste. Namaste is the Sanskrit word that means the divinity in me recognizes the divinity in you. Let's begin today by joining our voices to read aloud our vision and mission. The words are now on your screen. Our vision is empowering spiritual growth as a loving, inclusive, worldwide community. And this is our mission. We do this by teaching science of mind principles and other life-affirming spiritual truths. We explore, we learn, we grow, we connect, honoring all paths to God. We offer in-person and online weekly services, classes, workshops, affirmative prayer support, and other spiritual tools. We create opportunities for joyful social connection, community outreach, and service. We celebrate the awakening of our innate spiritual magnificence. And now, as we move into our time of prayer, I invite you to settle in, to give yourself this gift of calm and peace. Close your eyes or soften your focus as we turn within. Connect with the breath and allow this meditative music to calm your mind and open your heart.
I am opening, my heart is ready to receive. I am opening, I am opening, my heart is ready to receive. I am opening, I am opening, my heart is ready to receive. I am opening, I am opening, my heart is ready to receive. I am opening, I am opening, my heart is ready to receive. I am opening, I am opening, my heart is ready to receive. We are opening, we are opening, our hearts are ready to receive. We are opening, we are opening, our hearts are ready to receive.
Centered now in this moment, I gratefully recognize the one power and one presence operating through all life. I am centered and unified in this magnificent divinity, never separate from its ceaseless love, peace, and joy. As this is true for me, I know it is true for all hearing these words. Let us know now together these words of Ernest Holmes, the architect of our teaching. I know that the creative law of good is infinite and has all power to accomplish. I know its whole desire for me is freedom and joy. Therefore, I declare that freedom and joy are mine today. This freedom and joy are expressed spontaneously in my experience, and there is nothing within me that can hinder this expression. Because this all good is mine, and because it constitutes the only presence there is in the universe, I know that freedom and joy cannot be separated from me. I am conscious that there is an infinite wisdom directing me. Whatever I should do, I will do. Whatever I should know, I will know. Whatever belongs to me must come to me. Because this infinite intelligence is mine and is within me now, I am compelled to recognize my good, to see more, to understand and accept and express more. I know the infinite creative law of good, of God, is always bringing complete satisfaction into my life. Releasing now this word to the law, I can relax and know that all is good. For all is God expressing now in me, for me, and through me. I declare it to be so, and so it is. Today, our spiritual director, Reverend Karen Wolfson, is with us. Her talk is entitled Your Inner Creative Genius, Part 2. But first, please enjoy this special music to set the tone for Reverend Karen's message.
Don't you think you owe it to yourself to look inside of you and take the time to realize what you are here to do? Don't you think the time has finally come to stand and face the fire, to walk into the blazing sun and claim your heart's desire? You were placed upon this earth with a mission to complete. Now the time has come to stand up strong and claim your destiny. You must move in the direction of your dreams and act as if they've already come true. Even when there is no hope, or so it seems, move in the direction of your dreams. Do you think that you're not good enough to be a shining star? Do you think because the road looks tough that you won't get that far? Do you believe that only some are great and others left to chance? Or maybe that it's just too late, a futile circumstance. You were placed upon this earth with a mission to complete, and now the time has come to stand up strong and claim your destiny. You must move in the direction of your dreams and act as if they've already come true. Even when there is no hope, or so it seems, move in the direction of your dreams. And when the world feels like it's crashing all around you, and the clouds of doubt are darkening your day, well then just be still and know that there's something deep within you that will always know the way. Yeah, you must move even when there is no hope, or so it seems. Move in the direction of your dreams. Move in the direction of your dreams.
Oh, move in the direction of your dreams. Thank you, Bob Teesdale, for that beautiful song written by Michael Gott. And listen to the words of that song again, some of them. Don't you think you owe it to yourself to look inside, to take the time to realize what you are here to do? Don't you think the time has finally come to walk into the blazing sun and claim your heart's desire? You were placed upon this earth with a mission to complete, and now the time has come. So stand up strong and claim your destiny. Move in the direction of your dreams and act as if they've already come true. For even when there is no hope, or so it seems, move in the direction of your dreams. Do you think that you're not good enough to be a shining star, or do you think because the road looks tough that you won't get that far? Do you believe that only some are great and others left for chance? Or maybe that it's just too late? You must move in the direction of your dreams and act as if they've already come true. When the world feels like it's crashing all around you and the clouds of doubt are darkening your day, well then, just be still and know that there's something deep within you that will always know the way. Move in the direction of your dreams. Oh, I'm telling you, that clear, powerful message is all about your infinite creative genius. But more about that in a moment. Let's check in first. It's been a year this month since we started meeting in this way. Believe me, I am so happy knowing you are there, even though I can't see you. But each one of you know that. You know, I think about you all the time, and I ask the question in my mind in some way, you know, how are they doing? How are you doing? I know this has been a really difficult and challenging time for many of you. And I know that many of you have gotten through this time with many blessings. But how are you? You can let me know with a quick email, you know. And if you're watching us on Facebook Live, we enjoy your letting us know where you are and the comments you leave. I love when you let me know you're out there. And to you, our team of financial contributors, you have been an absolutely essential part of all that makes it possible for us to share our message and our caring and our connection. And we'll continue doing this for the next several months. So thank you for standing by us. And thank you all for joining with us today. As I think of you, I continue to affirm and see you as vibrantly healthy and abundantly supported in every way. So my theme for the month of March is Your Infinite Creative Genius, or I expanded on that to make a point, Your Infinite Inner Irresistible Creative Genius. So here's a question. Do you think of yourself as a genius? Maybe once in a while? Just what is your infinite inner irresistible creative genius? How does it show up and how can you rediscover it? Well, that's our theme for the month, and last week we started by talking about it as this something that we all have, this amazing inner genius. It is the sweet spot of your unique essence. It's at the core of your being. You were born with it. It's where your dreams, as in the song, those dreams originate. Now, 2 weeks ago, Dr. Dennis Merritt Jones spoke about your redefining moments along your life's journey of becoming who you were born to be. That spark of life you were from the moment you were born, and how those redefining moments reveal your inner genius. The author Gay Hendricks calls this your zone of genius in his book titled The Big Leap. And that book is about taking the leap into living from your inner genius. And he writes that your zone of genius is who you and only you really are. Behind your labels, behind that identity you may have adopted based on who people told you you are. It's your vibrant vitality, your divine self, God, the infinite, expressing life as your creative genius. And it's so important to remember, this experience of living from your inner creative genius is available every day, in every situation, every encounter, big or small. Remember, in God, there is no big or small. Here's the whole thing summed up by Ernest Holmes, the architect of our philosophy. He wrote, everything in the universe is a unique individualization or expression of the one thing that is the cause of all things. Talking about God, by whatever name. And he continues, he says, this means that every event in the finite has an infinite possibility behind it. And we can link all of this with our everyday actions. So, and he continues, and this is such good news, we do not have to imitate, we do not have to compete. All we have to do is be ourselves and realize that the one self expressing itself as each of us in a unique way is infinite. It is limitless. As Dr. Dennis Merritt Jones called it, the itch that won't go away. I love that. The itch that won't go away, because it does feel like that. Because you are hardwired to express this. You can run, but you can't hide from the urge to be who you were born to be, to express your inner, infinite, irresistible, creative genius. Just the other day, I heard an interview with a young woman named Jessica Zweig. She's the founder of a personal branding agency and has been called a personal branding expert by Forbes magazine. Now, branding to me has always meant it was kind of a contrived thing, devising some sort of an image, and it may or may not be authentic. Now, branding has a place, but you know, it often seemed very manufactured to me, for lack of a better word. Well, Jessica's branding agency is unique. It's called Simply Be. And she told the interviewer that it was formed out of her belief that effective personal branding is not about projecting an image so much as it is about, listen to this, being profoundly, deeply connected to your assignment here on planet Earth, and then making that your brand with the intention of making this world a better place. Amen to that. To me, that is expressing your inner creative genius. And it can be done in countless ways, as Holmes said, in your everyday activities, big and small. Now here's another way of describing your inner infinite creative genius. It is your Dharma. Recently I received a wonderful book from a member. It's one of our members, and the book is titled Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty. And in it he talks about Dharma, and he says it is a Sanskrit term that can't be defined by a single English word, though we could say it's sort of like your calling. If you say your Dharma is your calling, you're coming close. When your natural talents and passions connect with what the universe needs, and then that becomes your purpose, he says you are living in your Dharma. Basically, he says you're accomplishing two things, or you're expressing two things living in your Dharma. One, you're joyfully using your best abilities, and two, you're doing something that matters to the world. Well, that sounds like Jessica's branding philosophy too. And that author then describes the feeling of living your Dharma, living your creative genius. And the feeling, to me, I think that is the key. That's the key to tuning into what it is and seeing if you're on track with it. So he described the feeling as you feel alive, you feel a calm, confident satisfaction. Often you feel the thrill of joy and excitement. You feel vibrant, you feel connected. A light comes on. And he writes also, you also feel in the flow. There's a natural momentum. You feel like you're in your lane, swimming with the current instead of struggling and resisting. I think you know what that feeling is. Well, that is tapping into your inner genius. You feel aligned. You come out of your own head and you lose track of time. In short, it just feels right. You know that feeling? It just feels right. And he reminds us, your Dharma is passion and purpose in the service of others. So I like that because it reminds us that to live from your inner infinite creative genius, your Dharma, could seem self-absorbed, but actually, it is your gift to the uplifting of the world. So, as wonderful as it is and as supported by the infinite as it is, isn't it interesting that although your inner genius, your true God-created self, is totally supported by the infinite, as I said, that things can get in the way of its shining full out? I'll speak for myself. I'm not always living from my inner genius. I do get distracted and I slip into letting things limit me. Well, Ernest Holmes reminded me, I guess I'm not alone. He said that he continually tells us that this infinite resource, God, is without limits. He points out that we are limited not by the principle, but by our inability to see its perfection. Gay Hendricks calls this bumping into your upper limit problem. He calls it your ULP, rhymes with gulp. ULP, upper limit problem. I think you get the idea. But it kind of can feel that way. You're going along just really in the flow, in the moment, feeling, I'm on track with my genius. And then thud, something happens the way you think, something in how you perceive something, and all of a sudden it's not there. It's kind of like, and it feels like ULP. It's kind of like a glass ceiling we have made out of conscious and subconscious limiting messages about ourselves. And here's the thing, behind all of these thoughts and feelings is one fundamental problem. It's a belief in separation. It's a belief that we are in this alone, that we're separate from our good and separate from the source of all of that good, life, God. And being in that belief, in that place, that's frightening. Well, Elizabeth Gilbert, who wrote Eat, Pray, Love, also wrote a book called The Big Magic. And that book is quite parallel and compatible with principles that we teach here. But she writes about this fear, and she says this: your fear will always be triggered by your creativity, and I'm going to say by your creative inner genius. Because creativity asks you to enter into realms of uncertain outcomes. And fear hates uncertain outcomes. Your fear, she writes, is programmed by evolution to be hypervigilant and insanely overprotective. So it will always assume that any uncertain outcome is destined for horrible disaster. And she has a unique way of explaining this. She said, basically, your fear is like a mall cop who thinks he's a Navy SEAL who hasn't slept in days and is all hopped up on Red Bull, and he's liable to shoot at his own shadow in an absurd effort to keep everyone safe. Let me add, this is not to cast a negative shadow on mall cops or Navy SEALs or Red Bull. They all have their place. But this sure does describe those fears. I can relate. Can you? But she has some great advice about that. She says, I don't try to kill off my fear. I don't go to war against it. Instead, I make space for it. I allow my fear to live and breathe and stretch out its legs comfortably. The less I fight my fear, the less it fights back. If I can relax, well, fear relaxes too. And she tells a story, sort of an example. She calls it the road trip. See if you can relate to this. She says, I even have a welcoming speech prepared for fear, which I deliver right before embarking upon any new creative genius product. And it goes something like this. Dearest fear, creativity, my genius, and I are about to go on a road trip together. I understand you'll be joining us because, well, you always do. I acknowledge that you believe you have an important job to do in my life and that you take your job seriously. Apparently, your job is to induce complete panic whenever I'm about to do anything genius or creative or interesting, and may I say, you are superb at your job. But I and my inner creative genius will also be doing our job on this road trip. There is plenty of room in this vehicle for all of us, so make yourself at home. But understand that creativity and I are the only ones who will be making decisions along the way. I respect that you are part of this journey, but your suggestions will not be followed. You're allowed to have a seat and maybe a voice, but you are not allowed to have a vote. You're not allowed to touch the road maps, suggest detours, fiddle with the temperature. Dude, you're not even allowed to touch the radio. And above all, my old familiar companion, you are absolutely forbidden to drive. And then she says we head off together, me, my inner creative genius, and fear, side by side, advancing into the terrifying but marvelous terrain of creative unknown outcomes. Don't you love that? I do. I love it. And I have tried that, talking to my fear, saying, all right, I know you're there. Ride along on my shoulder if you want to, but you are not the boss of me. So take that with you this week as you continue to discover and live from your inner genius. And just see where it leads you. And as your inner genius inspires you to navigate new territory, remember these words from Dennis Merritt Jones. He said, even if you're uncertain that you can make the journey, your inner explorer knows the way. Know that you cannot get away from this one infinite intelligence. Wherever you may go, there, right beside you, waiting to be used, is all the power of the universe. Your inner, infinite, irresistible, creative genius, it's yours. It's yours alone. And no one can take it away from you. As Bob is going to sing that wonderful Gaither gospel song, the world didn't give it to me, so the world can't take it away. So go out there this week and move in the direction of your dreams, your inner, infinite, irresistible, creative genius. And I'll see you next week.
The world didn't give it to me, and the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it to me, and the world can't take it away. This happy face I'm wearing, Spirit put it there to stay. And the world didn't give it to me, so the world can't take it away. I didn't always wear this smile on my face, 'cause troubles would get me down. Problems from all directions, they used to make me wear a frown. But in the storm I found deep contentment that keeps me safe night and day. You see, the world didn't give it to me, so the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it to me, then the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it to me, and the world can't take it away. There's a happy face I'm wearing, Spirit put it there to stay. And the world didn't give it to me, so the world can't take it away. There were treasures I'd never realized till I changed my thinking and my life. a conscience that's clear, a family's love, and a cure for worry and strife. The world says you can't take it with you, but my riches transferred okay. You see, the world didn't give them to me, and the world can't take them away. Say the world didn't give it to me, and the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it to me, and the world can't take it away. Yeah, this happy face I'm wearing, Spirit put it there to stay. And the world didn't give it to me, and the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it to me, and the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it to me, and the world can't take it away. There's a happy face I'm wearing, Spirit put it there to stay. And the world didn't give it to me, yeah, the world didn't give it to me. No, the world didn't give it to me, and the world can't take it away.
What a joy to be treated to such uplifting music that complemented today's thought-provoking and inspiring message. Thank you so much. The Center for Spiritual Living Sarasota is pleased to support you with prayer, inspiration, encouragement, and opportunities for virtual community and connection. And now it's time to share our offering that supports our ability to continue to be here for you. There are 3 easy ways to contribute. On your screen, you'll see our website where you can select the donate button, which allows you to contribute via PayPal or by credit card, or mail a check to our address shown there on our website. You can arrange automatic contributions through your own online banking. And now I invite you to take your virtual gift in your hand, place it over your heart, blessing it as you share it, and know with me, my gift goes forth to heal, to bless, and to prosper. And the divine flow returns it to me, multiplied abundantly. And now let us declare together our offering affirmation. The words are on your screen. I give thanks that I may share of my good, my love, and my support. Thank you. Did you know your financial support of our center also does good work in the Sarasota community and beyond? The Center for Spiritual Living is a tithing community, which means that we share 10% of our financial good with local and national causes and organizations that are in tune with our vision and mission. So it's our joy to announce our recent tithe to Also Youth of Sarasota and Manatee counties. The mission of Also Youth is to empower LGBTQ+ youth and their allies to create inclusive communities. They do this by offering scholarship and enrichment programs, online support, alternative proms, and many other important activities. Thank you, our team of financial contributors, for making it possible for us to continue supporting you and also to tithe to this organization's important work. I have a few announcements to share today. Do you have a prayer request? Here on our website, www.cslsarasota.com, you will find the green prayer request button where you may seek prayer support for any challenge you may be experiencing. We have 4 licensed spiritual practitioners, Ron Frost, Jim Grove, Jaron Nelson, and me, who are available to know and affirm spiritual truth with and for you. Here on our website, you can also sign up to receive our weekly email newsletter or check out our Facebook page for posts about upcoming events. Coming up next Sunday, March 28th at 11:30 a.m., we will host the 2021 Center for Spiritual Living Sarasota annual meeting via Zoom. This is a special time for members and friends of the center to hear updates from our spiritual director, Reverend Karen Wolfson, meet the Board of Trustees, and importantly, let us hear from you, our spiritual community. For the Zoom link, please email me at the address shown here and you'll receive all the details. If you have subscribed to our newsletter, you will automatically receive the invitation and link, so be on the lookout for that in your email inbox. Our Spiritual Living Circle continues via Zoom on Wednesdays from 7 to 8. Licensed spiritual practitioner Jim Grove will lead the discussion of an article from this month's Science of Mind magazine. The topic this week is Your Life Vision, Open to Possibilities. If you'd like to participate, email Jim and he will send you all the details, including the discussion guide and a copy of the article. If Wednesday evenings don't work for you, we have prayer and inspiration support for you on demand. It's called Pop-Up Prayers, available 24/7 on our Facebook page or YouTube channel. Each week, Jaron Nelson, one of our licensed spiritual practitioners, posts an inspirational message and affirmative prayer on a different topic. There's quite a library now of messages and prayers for literally any spiritual intention you may have. I promise you will be lifted and inspired by Jaron's wonderful messages. Now, as we conclude this sacred time together, let us affirm we move forward in health, love, joy, and perfect peace. I invite you to listen or join in singing our closing song, Let There Be Peace on Earth. Thanks so much for being with us.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be with God our Creator. We are family. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my sign.